How y'all doing out there? Left Lane Dipper here, come making another video. It is September 23rd, 2019. Happy Monday to everybody. As you can see, the title of this video, Tennessee versus Florida review. Well, your final score, Florida 34, Tennessee 3. I do not want to do this. This is a review that I do not want to do. But kind of last year, I didn't follow through with a lot of the reviews. But no matter how bad the game is, I'm going to be faithful and do the review for you guys. Not a lot of you watch it, but I'm going to put my 2 cents in on this every week. Luckily, we don't play next week, so we won't lose. That's the only bright spot about that. It's probably going to be a little bit of a longer video, because I got a lot on my mind and I got a lot to say. Even though I didn't watch the whole game, I just couldn't bring myself to it. It was bad. I mean, even in the Dooley era, we could at least score a damn touchdown against Florida. Is Florida's defense that good that they stopped us from scoring a touchdown? I don't think so. I mean, this team should have been capable of at least scoring one damn touchdown. You know, I figured, 14 to 20 points was going to be about what we were going to lose by. I did not see this coming. That was kind of like in 2017 when, we lost to Florida in Gainesville on that last play. They heaped up a prayer and came down with it and won the game. And then the next week, went into, I think Georgia came to Knoxville and got blanked 41-0. I mean, it was like nobody saw that coming. Well, we knew Georgia was good, but we didn't expect a damn shutout. I didn't expect this. It's kind of like how it was at that Georgia game. We knew Georgia was going to win, but we didn't think they were going to just beat our asses the way they did. Well, that's what happened here. I didn't expect it, but it happened. So, what are we doing today, Left Lane? Well, I didn't get anything special today, and I don't think I've ever done this on video, and I've really been enjoying this, Stoker's Mint mixed with Stoker's Straight. Some people don't like straight. I think this is a way, to the mint I don't know what word I'm looking for. It's just a great combination of dip. You take a pinch of each and enjoy. So let's go ahead and pack us a Lipski. Now, the one thing though is, if you get too much mint, it kind of overpowers the straight. So you kind of want to put a little more straight than mint. That way you can still taste both flavors. Don't want to get too big of a hogger here, because I got to do some talking. There's some straight. And then I got some mint. Mud jug of the day, the blood splatter mud jug. Look at that bad boy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get into the stats. I'm going to cover a few more stats because I just want to see, I want to show you how bad this team is. Time of possession, man, I put too big of a hog in. Excuse me just 1 second. Sorry about that. I love packing big hog legs, hog hammers, ham hocks, whatever you want to call it. But when you're trying to do a video and you got too much, it just makes it uncomfortable. Time of possession, 25:46 to 34:14. So about 9 minutes and change. First downs, 12 to 25. Third downs were actually a little bit better than I thought they would. That they thought they were. Can't even talk today. 4-13 to 5-12 for Florida. Total yards, 239 to 441. 55 plays to 71. Now the rushing yards were actually closer than I thought they were. 88 to 128. And then passing, 151 to 313. Penalties, 7 of 75 and 5 of 44. No discipline. And then 4 turnovers to 3. There were no players of the game for Tennessee. There were no honorable mentions. This was trash. Absolute trash. And I apologize. I didn't write any stats down for Florida individuals. I was just too pissed about this game. My mind isn't in the right place right now because of how... But I got to give my hat off to, I don't have one, but if I did have one, I give it off to the Florida quarterback. And I apologize for not having his name wrote down. He played a heck of a game for being his first start. I mean, if I did have to make an honorable mention, not player of the game, an honorable mention, it would be Brian Maurer. I think that's how you say his name. Now, I know he had an interception. He was 4 of 11 for 44 yards. But if you watch that first drive from after halftime, it'd be the first drive of the third quarter. To me, and let's go back just one step further. That was the only scoring drive of the game. And who is in the game? The true freshman. If that isn't a sign, then I don't know what is. As long as Jared is in the game, this is going to be the outcome. He had a guy wide open, and he can't hit him. He can't hit a guy wide open who had no one around him for, what, 10, 15 yards? Dominic Wood-Anderson? That would have been a touchdown. I mean, what more does this guy have to do to prove that he's not the starter for this team? I'm not saying he's the reason we lost. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we lost this game. The defense being one of them. But when you can't even score a touchdown against Florida, you have got some serious problems. And, you know, last year the excuse was, oh, you know, and maybe, okay, let's take it a step back farther. You know, the guy that we saw last year against Kentucky and Auburn, he was great. I don't know if it's all the hits he took, But I'm not seeing the same Jared from last year that we're seeing this year. It's like a different, completely different player. I don't know if he's afraid, if he doesn't have confidence in himself, but he's just not the same player. We're not seeing, I mean, the accuracy isn't there. He's constantly turning the ball over. And it's like a damn freshman. I don't know why I don't know why he's gotten worse from this year to last year. Usually it's the opposite. You get better every year. It seems he's getting worse from this year to last year. I mean, this season's already a wash. We got a bye, and then we got Georgia, Mississippi State, Alabama, South Carolina. Now, the South Carolina game, we've always played South Carolina close. I mean, you go back, 8-10 years, and it's been, whether, 3 to 7 points every year. We had that game last year, and then we gave it away. That's just Tennessee football right there. You got a lead and you give it up. I mean, what do you expect from Tennessee football? You look at teams like, the top 2 contenders in college football, Clemson, Alabama. They have the depth. It's very rare that you see a true freshman start on the offensive line or the defensive line. And let me explain. Probably already know this, but you get a guy and you redshirt him, and then his actual freshman year, which is the second year in the program, he gets some plays, gets some snaps, and then maybe sophomore year he starts, or maybe junior year he starts. So by junior year, he's already been in the program for 4 years. And the juniors and seniors help the younger underclassmen to become better. Well, here's the problem. We don't have that. We only got 6 seniors on this team. There's no one to teach the younger guys. Now, obviously, the coaches can only do so much. And some of that development can come from the players. But we don't have that. When you've got to start a guy, you got to start two true freshmen on offensive line. You've got depth problems. There's no time to develop. That you just got to throw them to the wolves, and that's a problem. So I don't know what I honestly just don't know. I do know that Mar should be the starter going forward. I mean, again, if we're going to lose, I would rather lose developing a new quarterback. At least someone that could be accurate and isn't afraid. I didn't see any fear in Mar. But he didn't play enough to really see what he was. I want to see him start. I know a lot of people say that, let's wait, get through some of these, Georgia, Alabama. No. If you go back and you look at Dobbs, I know the caliber player is a lot different, but that, I want to say it was his sophomore year. They put him in against Alabama, and he had a great game. I think that's what they need to do with Mar. Put him in the game, let him start, and say, all right, the ball is yours. Go run with it. And see what he's able to do throughout the course of a game. Again, Garantano's not the answer. 3 years now. We need to see someone else in there We need to see what this kid is capable of. I mean, look at Clemson. They're doing a true freshman. Obviously, it's a completely different team, but give the kid a chance. Let him start and see how he does. What could it hurt at this point? You're already 1-3. And you got 2 out of the next 3 games are against the top teams from the East and the West. What would it hurt? You know, the offensive line is better. It's not nowhere where it's not where it should be. But the protection's better. Yet he still can't complete throws. I mean, I don't even know at this point. Maybe you got some suggestions. Leave a comment down below, because I don't know. You know, I said it was going to be a rough year, but man, I didn't. And I talked in the BYU review, I talked about, you know, trying to develop this team, and it's going to take time, but man. But the sad part about it is, Pruitt is going to live and die by Guarantano. Guarantee it. I know he's a new coach. I know he's still learning how to be a head coach. But he has to make some changes. I mean, if it comes down to it, play freshmen and sophomores. Just put all the freshmen and sophomores in. I mean, what else could you do? I mean, this is supposed to be, you know, a great staff, you know, one of the best in the country. I call bullshit on that. The offense is so predictable. Like I said, I am frustrated. I am pissed off that we can't even score a damn touchdown against Florida. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely fucking embarrassing. Pardon my language, but I am pissed. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, again, I'm not gonna jump ship, but it's really, really hard to be a Vol fan right now, and it's gonna continue to be hard. But again, I want to see Mar. I want to see him start a game from start to finish. Give him a chance. Guarantano has lost, in my opinion, his starting job. And if this wasn't evidence of this game, then I don't know what is. So yeah, we're doing this Stoker's Mint, Stoker's Straight combo. It's really my everyday dip. Now I do a wintergreen once in a while, but it's mainly mint and straight combo. You know, maybe you could try it with anything. You could try it with Skol, try it with Grizzly, Copenhagen. You know, give it a try. You know, head over to Stokers.com. I know I say this a lot, but till November 30th, they're giving away 15 mud jugs. It's a roadie. It's a green roadie. 15 every week. You can. It resets at midnight on Monday. And then you can enter daily to win the truck. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time. Keep living, keep dipping, keep spitting. I'm out, y'all.